Hello, friends. Hello, family. It's me again, Renard Boyce, the mortgage expert. Or you can just call me the expert, the friend to investors, or the big money mortgage banker. Because, of course, we're now doing $1 million loans. So now we've climbed into another league. We're doing $1 million loans, $1.2, $1.3 million loans currently in Hampton. And I'm working on a $3 million loan in the great state of Maryland, as a matter of fact. A friend of mine just wrote a contract the other day. So I guess we're now the big money banker as well. But that does not mean that I'm not still available for my friends, my family. All of you are my family. If you're a part of the Christian community, if you're a part of humanity at large, you're still my family. So we're still doing loans at $65,000. Yep, we're still doing the little ones too, because the Bible does say that we're not supposed to take advantage or take for granted, rather. It says, do remember the day of small things and humble beginnings. And so we're going to always remain humble. We're going to remember the things that God gives us as a blessing, no matter if the loan is big or if the loan is small. So here's a question. Should you or should you not purchase a house in today's economy, considering the rates? Should you or should you not? There are many folks who are saying you should not. You should wait until the rates come down. So as a mortgage expert, I'm going to give you my opinion right now. Of course, you should buy a house. You can say, well, Renard, why? How can you be so certain? One simple fact. Landlords have lost their minds. Rent has gone through the roof. Landlords have gone crazy. They're taking advantage of the housing shortage that exists all across America. They're getting darn near double-digit rent now, Brother Phillip. I mean, it's just crazy the way landlords have totally exploited the market. And that includes you too, my Christian brothers and sisters, whether you be black or white. And you're going to hear me speak often inclusive of the Bible because I'm a Christian. I'm also a minister of the gospel. So I'm going to speak from a spiritual standpoint. Now, if I slip and drop a bomb, whether it be an F-bomb or whatever bomb, don't say you ain't saved. No, just say God is dealing with me because he's still struggling. And you will not spot my witness. So anyway, let's keep moving from there. I won't spot it either. Yes, you should be purchasing. Especially those of you who are veterans. Why do I say that about veterans? Because it costs you no money down. Zip, zero, nada. And I don't know why more veterans are running around here paying rent. I've been banging my head against the wall since 2014 when I first started doing VA loans. I've been in the mortgage business since 2009, opened Temple. And I've been in mortgage business, 2001. Opened Temple in 2006. Lord, thank you, Jesus, for longevity. God is a keeper. All right. And in all this time, when I really started specializing with vets in 2014, I'm just stunned that I'm still pulling and tugging and pulling and tugging on veterans that are paying rent. Why are you paying rent? You know, in my first podcast, you're gonna continue to see me go back and forth and inclusive of real estate agents. And a big reason is because of the agents. The agents lead you to their mortgage company. And if their mortgage company will not or cannot do your loan because of score, so many of you have walked away disappointed, beat down in your spirit, and thinking that you could not buy when in actuality you can. I did a TV commercial entitled Denied. And in one segment of one of the verse in the commercial says, they just don't do loans for people like you, boo. Not that they can't do loans and not that your loan can't be done. They just can't do it. So here at Temple Mortgage, we specialize in VA loans. I can do a VA loan actually if you have no credit. Can you believe that? Now, we can do a VA loan using alternative credit. That's unheard of. But we do them. Do them all the time. Got a file cabinet full of them. I can do loans with a lower score of a 580, 575. That doesn't mean you can have walked around here and not paid a soul at all. We're not junk dealers over here. But many persons have lower scores simply because they don't use credit. If you don't use credit, there are a lot of people who are cash and carry, brothers and sisters. So if you don't use credit, then you won't have a high score because score is contingent upon the use of credit. So you darn near have to be in debt in America or have been in debt at one point in time and grabbed a whole bunch of credit cards because most people can't just pay their cards off at like a what do you call it, no interest loan. So most persons develop credit as a result of having credit. and vis-a-vis being in debt. So many persons say, well, I ain't going that route. I pay for everything cash. And then isn't it sad and sickening that this economy, that the rulers of this world have designed this system so that you must engage in the vehicle of credit, which is debt, which is bondage, in order to get your score up. I once heard a preacher talk about delayed gratification, but he was saying that you have given away tomorrow's prosperity and tomorrow's blessings for a right now sense of gratification. See, because if you buy something on credit, you've projected that you're going to pay for it for a few years on that credit card, unless you can pay it off. So see, you've taken today's prosperity and leveraged it way into the future for some immediate, typically temporal type of satisfaction, something that you didn't probably have to have in many cases. But be that as it may. But see, the system in this world is set up so that you must participate in order to get the score, and the score is the key that unlocks your door, that opens bigger doors and bigger doors and bigger doors. Now, credit is important. Credit is crucial. Philip, remind me, we're going to do some segments geared toward teenagers, because I need to talk to parents and I need your children to tune in, and young people, because we have to start talking about credit. We have to teach our children about credit. And I don't know why notorious in the Afro-American community and persons say, well, nobody taught us. Well, I'm going to teach you. I'm going to talk to you. I've been doing this for over 30 years. I've been a licensed mortgage professional, and I am committed to coming to my community. I was on a radio broadcast, Banking with RS Boys, on the great Bishop Willis Network, AM, FM, Gospel Dial for many years. Well, I taught about credit, taught about biblical, financial, spiritual principles. Now back to the veterans. So somebody told you no. You felt because your score was low that you could not buy. Well, how low is low? See, low is relative. When folks are sedity and highfalutin, or they only want a certain caliber of client, then they may look at your 650 and call it low. Yeah. I have many clients that have come in here and been denied by Veterans United, OVM, Movement. Yeah, I'll call you out. It's my podcast. I'm just speaking the truth, and I have those clients that you denied. Town Bank, you got to walk on water to get somebody there. And considered your score low. If one were to tell the truth, do you know that the VA never established a mandatory credit score? I can prove it because we've done loans for veterans with no score. So therefore, there is no mandatory credit score. But see, the lenders underwrite the loan, VA guarantees the loan. So the lenders lend on behalf of VA. VA doesn't loan you the money, and therein lies the rub. So they control the money. They can say, yeah, we know you're going to underwrite, you'll guarantee this loan, but no, we're not approving. And they have what they call mortgage overlays, underwriting overlays. So they lay their rules on top of the VA guidelines and say, yeah, I know you don't need a credit score, but guess what we do? We know that they can buy, or I know that you will allow them to buy, and that's something we have a commercial called Just 12 Months. If you go to my website, www.templemortgagellc.com, you'll see many of my commercials. And we have one entitled Just 12 Months. And we haven't uploaded those. We had to make sure we do the new ones we just did. And in Just 12 Months, we're reciting the fact, a VA rule, that you only need to have been on time for just 12 months. Now, everyone else, in terms of everyone else, all other lenders require that you have been on time for 24 months, 36 months. Those are really FHA and conventional underwriting criteria. It's not VA. So with just 12 months, you too can buy. Tune in for the next broadcast.